Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I'm excited to show you a new project that I did this morning from the Sweetest Tea Party collection for Shabby Art Boutique and the Craft Room. This was a prompt from Nicola, which is one of the design team members, and she did one and kind of challenged the rest of us with her ideas to create our own. So that's what I've done. This morning I've eaten Cheetos. I got glue on all my fingertips and I didn't do my nails. So this I just wanted to share with you anyway, whether I did my nails or fixed myself up anyway. So here we go. This is a stack of 5 envelopes, and I didn't do the video to show you how to stack them together, but let me do that right quick. I'll just give you an example here. There's 5 envelopes here that are, some of them are smaller than what I've used on my example, but I've taken papers from the kit and printed on both sides. Again, this could be done with any kit, any envelopes, any ephemera. So I keep that in mind as you look. It doesn't have to be the tea party theme. It can be any kind of theme. So here's the largest envelope would go on the bottom. And then when you put them on, what she did was kind of angle them back and forth, which is what I did. So you decide how you want this, and you put your glue right there on that flap and stick it down. And then your next envelope, you do the same thing. Stick it down on this flap, and then another, and another. And so once you get all that glued down, these will open up with the other envelopes attached to them. So that's simple enough. And then comes the fun part of decorating. So I'll see if I can go through here somehow and kind of explain what I did. First, let me show you the 5 envelopes. This is the smallest one. Then the next size, and the next size, and the next one, and in the back. So what I did was just kind of start decorating from the top, put some of my laces on, and then started adding details and sticking other pieces in. And I didn't do it on camera because I was kind of creating as I went, and it kind of took me a while. So I'll try to remember sort of how I did this. This first envelope, I wanted to be able to keep that tab down. So I took one of my little circles and just put the glue on this side, and this opens up like that. I trimmed this I put a little hole here for our dangle, and I added the dangle at the very last, but I have a pink pear clip and some lace, a key, some wings, a sun, and this little thing that says made with love. Put some pearls across the bottom, lace at the top, and then when you open it, I just took some words from my word box because I wanted something in each envelope. This says, "Kindness is a gift everyone can afford to give." So something that's just nice little thoughts to stick in there, or if it's for a particular person and you want to write little notes, that would be nice too. Then I kind of decided on the different laces and things that I was going to use. So you can kind of lay them out on there and do a few, and then work on something else. But I wanted to use this pretty ribbon with the roses that my mother had given me. So I ended up putting that across the top of the second envelope, making sure that everything would still open up okay. So I put that across there, accessorized it with a butterfly that I had. I glued it on top, and I used another little piece of that down here on this envelope, and when I put it on there, it showed on the edges. Then I put lace on the next envelope down that hangs out so that you can see it underneath that envelope above it. And then on the bottom envelope, I put the long lace that shows below the blue. And then at the last minute, I added this gold and glued it onto the lace from the back side. So that kind of frames the envelopes. And then you just start picking your pieces of ephemera that you want stuck in here and there. One more thing I did was I had some yo-yos, white yo-yos that my mother had made, and I used those at the top. Kind of made an arch at the top. Okay, so each little thing that's stuck in here, I stuck it in, and then I opened up to where it was going to fasten on. This one fastened on this envelope top, and so I glued her down in there and put this trim across. This piece here fit in. I glued it on the next flap down. I stick it in and then raise it up and see where it is, and then glue it down. And I did the same thing with all of these. I've got right here on this one, I've got some lace that I put on there that kind of hung down below. I've got my little girl that peeks out, the flowers, the teacup, and the tea party, and all that hangs out the edges here and frames this envelope so that you can see portions of them. But then when you open this is decorated pretty. The next layer, this was fastened on to the flap, but on this envelope down, I have the circle, the teacup, and a little teacup, and you can see where they stick out and show. So what I did was just, when I'm looking at the top, I just tucked it in there, and then I picked this up and decided where I wanted it and glued it so that it would show, it would look nice on this, plus it would show from above. At the last minute, I went in and added a couple flowers on here. One of them is on this layer here. One of them is down here on this piece of lace. Okay, so this next layer, I have this circle sticking out and the plate of cupcakes and the flowers. You can see all of those, and I just tucked them in where you could see them from the top, and they looked nice on the inside, and glued those down. I did the same thing with this here, and then I decided I needed some lace on the edge, so I added this lace here and the flower, and I trimmed the very top of this where it was just a raw edge. I trimmed it with my real delicate lace. And then the bottom layer, I wanted this yo-yo to show down here, and I didn't have anything else sticking out from it, so I put my cheesecloth and the little girl having tea on the envelope itself. So when you close this down, you see all this beautiful stuff, and it's all glued in sections on the envelopes below. And the only way I can tell you to do it is just start, and you'll just get your stuff out around you, your laces and your trims and your ephemera and all, and just start tucking a piece in here and there. I did start with the lace though, and that gave me something to work within, and then I added on top of that. So I just want to show you what's inside each envelope. This one I already showed you. This opens up here and just has a little card that says happiness blooms from within. Now these this didn't come from this kit. This is just from my box of words. And see, with the envelopes printed also on the inside, they look pretty when they open up. This one here, I put one of the postcards in there with the words, "Life, if well lived, is long enough." And you open this one up, and inside the envelope is one of the cards from the kit. "Come, let us have some tea and talk about happy things." If you wanted to tuck these journal cards in there and then write a personal message on the back, or put little love letters in there, whatever your purpose is for making these. And then we open up to the last one, and inside the pocket is a cup of tea, warms the soul. So I think this would be really neat on a paper gift bag. On the top of a journal. It might have to be shaped a little differently, but on top of a journal. On an old book, to cover on an old book. I used to do a lot of painting and ribbons and flowers and things decorating on the top of old books, which I may put this on a book like that. So that's my interpretation of the stacked envelopes, and I hope you've enjoyed this little video and can sort of tell what I did. If you have any questions, of course, you're welcome to ask them, and I'll try to answer. This could be done with bunny rabbits or roses or garden theme or anything that you might want. So this would be a nice project really for if you have leftover ephemera from several kits. You might want to match them up and tuck them in and use some of your trims, and it just takes little short pieces. So it's kind of a fun way to do something unique, to give to a friend, decorate a book, whatever you might want to do with it. I have one more project to do from the Sweetest Tea Party collection, and I'll be sharing that soon. If you want to watch, if you're a member of the craft room, be sure to watch Nicola's demonstration on how she put hers together. She did do a video and show the whole process, and I watched it, and that's what gave me the ideas of how to put this together. I wasn't trying to copy what she did, but I used her ideas of tucking things in and figuring out where to put things. So I hope you're having a good day. Always remember, every day is a gift. Choose joy today, and the joy that you have in your heart, please share it with others along the way. Everyone is going through something, and could use your encouraging words and love and presence in their lives. So until next time, I'll see you soon.